Hi everyone, welcome again to another episode on Chrys-O. I'm happy that you are here and I'm glad to see your faces again. I'm glad you are tuning in again to see me and thank you very much. And it has quite been a while I made videos. Oh my god, my schedules cannot be any tighter. It has really been difficult, trying to put everything together, working and then schooling and then putting all those things together to see how it works. Oh my god, the harmony, it's really crazy, when you have a busy schedule. Anyways, I'm here and I'm glad you are here as well. Thank you. So for those of you who do not know me or who are visiting for the first time, I'm Chris. I'm a graduate student at the Simon Fraser University in British Columbia, Canada, where I study philosophy on a fully funded scholarship. And in this YouTube channel, I talk about how I won scholarship. I share my experiences about how I won scholarship, and especially for humanities students, because I'm a humanities student, right? So, but I do also make videos about scholarship in the sciences, in the natural, physical, and applied sciences. So, yes, you are obviously in the right place if you're someone who is looking for scholarship. This is where you should be. Yeah, and thank you for coming. Okay, well, in today's episode I'm going to be sharing with you about 10 schools that offer fully funded scholarship for English language studies. Yeah, so most people think, what am I going to do with English? Come on, English is a very important degree in English language. You know how many people who use English language in the world. So, well, in today's episode, I'm coming to tell you about opportunities in English language and literary studies in North America, in the US specifically. So, yes, if you are an English student who is looking for scholarship, yes, this video is for you. Comment. So I have actually found about 20 schools that offer fully funded scholarship, but because of time constraints, I don't want the video to be very long. I will limit myself to 10 of them, right? And I have some criteria, what made me to choose these 10 schools. And here are the reasons, the criteria for me to select these 10 schools or these 20 schools or whatever from the very many English programs or the very many fully funded offering English programs, right? So here are the reasons I chose these particular schools. Well, they do not have school during summer. So during summer, you could go on summer break, you could go work, you could, go earn some more money or take holiday, travel back home or something. So that means most of the schools we are going to be looking at today are in this. All of the schools are going to be looking at for today are in the US, because US has this tradition of, summer break and summer holiday. In Canada here, I don't know if, people still, I take courses during summer. Is it optional? No, it's not optional for me. I have to be enrolled all year round, right? So I take courses during summer and I also teach during summer, right? So it's pretty a thing in Canada for you to stretch your studies all through a year without breaks. So, but in the US, they do have this tradition of going for summer break. So this might be very useful for you because you can earn more money or go for holiday. Well, another thing I considered while picking out this program is to pick programs that do not only offer fully funded PhD program, but do also have fully funded MA program. So some of the programs I'll be sharing with you today, some of them are only master's program, right? But some of them have both PhD programs and master's program at the same time. So this was one of the criteria I considered. And those ones that are just PhD program, they do not require you to necessarily have a master's degree before applying to them. So you can apply from your undergraduate after your undergraduate studies, right? So, oh my god, this might be it's covering my nose. So the third criteria I considered while looking at while picking now these 10 programs are they do not require you to write any English standardized tests like IELTS and TOEFL. So yes, and the fourth criteria I considered while picking out this program is they do not require you to write GRE, or GRE is a graduate record exam. GRE is graduate record exams, right? So they are always very expensive, and some people who have phobia like me in sitting to write external exams. So you do not require, these programs do not require you to have your GRE test, or where they do require it, it is optional. Yes, so yes, that is that. And then what are these schools that I've picked out for you today? And yes, well, I've picked out about 10 schools, and here are the list of the 10 schools. James Madison University, University of Wyoming, Virginia Tech University, University of Louisville, Oregon State University, Pennsylvania State University, 8 Washington State University, the ninth school is West Virginia University, and the 10th school is University of Alabama. So these 10 schools offer fully funded scholarship, and let me tell you more about them. Before I go on to look at James Madison University, I would like to, what are we going to be looking at for in each of these schools? Well, first and foremost, we are going to look at the funding they have, the kind of funding they have, and then we are going to also discuss the application or admissions criteria, right? So, and mind you, the application criteria seems to be the same for all of the schools. So one of the sections will be dedicated talking about the requirement for all of these schools, and then I'll go ahead to look at the kind of funding each school has individually, right? So let's start with James Madison University. So if you go to the funding page of this school, they stated clear that for virtually all full-time students, the MA in English program is fully funded. Students receive funding through a combination of graduate assistantships held by the English department and partnerships with other offices on campus. So you will teach, you get your funding from the school through teaching, and you teach like 15 to 20 hours per week, and the funding covers tuition, living stipend, and health insurance. Yes, so that is that for James Madison University. James Madison University has the same application procedure as all other schools, so I will not be going specifically to talk about the funding for James Madison University, the admission criteria, or how to apply. So I will do that at the end when I finish looking at the list of the 10 schools we have. So the second school we're going to be looking at today is University of Wyoming. One of the reasons I choose this University of Wyoming is they have cheap application fee waiver, right? So the application fee is $50. So yeah, it's not as exorbitant as you can find in other schools. So let's see what they have. This university also funds their students through graduate assistantships, like teaching assistantships. So, and what they have here is assistantship carry an annual stipend of $12,825. Your assistantship also covers your full-time tuition and fees, and also provide health insurance. So international students with teaching assistantships require proof of English speaking proficiency. Well, if you studied with the English language, it can be waived. Just ask, okay? Yes, that is that for James Madison University. You can see the admission requirements, which is, as I've said, is the same with other schools. And then yes, so application fee is $50. And they said if you do have graduate record exams, that is GRE, if you do have a score, you can send it to them, but you do not need to have a score. You do not need to write it. If it's, if you ask them that you don't have it, they will waive it for you. The third school on our list is the Virginia Tech University. One thing that stood out for me in this school was the fact that they offer an exorbitant living stipend, which is like around $20,000. The previous school we looked at is offering $12,825, but this is $20,000. This is almost like double of what the other school is offering. And they also offer you, of course, tuition coverage. You're not paying tuition, and health insurance, right? So let's go to their website to see what they are offering. Why choose this program? Well, they said the program is fully funded. Students receive full tuition waivers and a highly competitive stipend of approximately $20,000 per year for their work as graduate teaching assistants. So if you go to their funding portion, they said the Department of English has a limited number of graduate assistantships and fellowship available for students applying for full-time study. And to apply for this program, you need not apply separately for this funding. You are being considered when you submit your admissions or your application, so it's automatic. They consider you automatic. When is the application deadline? The application deadline is February 3rd, 2023. So since we are making this video in preparation for this year's application, so the deadline for this program would be February 3rd, 2024 for this year application season. So you have enough time to start preparing. Anyways, the fourth school on our list is University of Louisville, and this could offer you tuition remission, stipend, and health insurance coverage. Let's see what they do have on their department website. So if you go to their department website, and their program is specifically geared towards preparing you to apply for PhD programs, to give you a better chance to apply for PhD programs, right? So if you go to underfunding, it says the department awards up to 10 graduate teaching assistantships to our top MA applicants each year. For MA students, graduate TA-ships run for 10 months and offer tuition remission, insurance, and a stipend. During their first year, graduate teaching assistants gain valuable pedagogical experience as a consultant in the University Writing Center. So, well, this program is good. It's 10 months, and you have at least 2 months to go do something else, to go for holiday and enjoy your life. The fifth school we are going to talk about today is the Oregon State University. Well, this school has a lot to talk about, and about their funding. The school, because they want to fund all their students, they consider students for 3 different kinds of funding, So if you go to their department website, they are saying to enable our school to provide full fund our incoming students. The MA program now offers 3 sources of financial support. First, all students to the MA in English program will automatically receive a standard graduate teaching assistantship, which is valued at the base level at $13,800. That is at the base level living stipend, right? Your stipend, it doesn't include of course, the tuition is covered and your health insurance is covered as well. Then the second sources of funding they consider you for is, they call it, all applicants will be considered for external graduate teaching assistantship and graduate research assistantship positions in academic and professional units beyond the School of Writing, Literature and Film. So this source of funding can offer you between $12,300 to $16,000 US dollars per year in living expenses. Of course, tuition and the rest is covered. And then the third source of funding that they offer is through their state fellowship, right? So all applicants are automatically considered for Oregon State Provost Fellowship, which also cover all of resident or non-resident tuition and provide a $24,400 stipend for living expenses during the first year. Oh my God, 24,000! That is a lot. You'll be living like a king. The seventh school that we should talk about today is Pennsylvania State University, right? So this school has both an MA and a PhD together. For this school, if you do not already have an MA, it's okay to apply for the PhD. So, and this school offer full tuition coverage, 80% of medical insurance, and living stipend valued at $23,000. That is good. So Pennsylvania State University has both an MA and a PhD program, and there's a lot to talk about this program in particular. Let's go to how to apply page, right? If you go to this page, they will tell you to all applicants should apply to MA program. On occasion, an MA holding applicant may be admitted directly to the PhD program. So even if you already have an MA, they want you to apply for their MA program. So upon evaluation or something, they might recommend you to their PhD programs, but all applicants are advised to apply to the MA program directly, right? They said the GRE is not a requirement for admission to our graduate program. Wow, that is well spelled out. Well, apart from this difference, every other thing you need to apply remains the same with other schools on this list. So what is their funding support like? So they will offer you a 6-year teaching stipend. Remember, if you are doing a PhD, so for 6 good years, they will offer you full funding. So full tuition, full remission of tuition and fees, 80% subsidy contribution for university medical, dental, and vision insurance. And you can see what their teaching stipend is valued at, $23,040 as of last academic session. Who knows, it might increase this academic session because of inflation. So yes, so everything is spelled out. They also can give you summer teaching assistantship, which is valued at between $3,500 to $4,500, and they have a series of university awards that you can be considered for on their website, and one of them is valued at 31,000 Canadian to 31,000 US dollars, the University Graduate Fellowship. So this Pennsylvania State University has lots of funding for you, so you are safe. The seventh school on our list today is the University of Mississippi. Although I did not find many information about funding in this school, like how much they are actually funding, but the school brags about, fully funding their students, so I believe them. Yeah. So on their department page, they said, unlike many master's programs which are oriented primarily toward tuition paying students, the English department at the University of Mississippi offers a funded master's degree, enabling us to attract qualified applicants regardless of means. So I do believe them. So if you want to apply for master's in English language, do apply to them. Send them your application. Yes, so you can see, read up a little bit. I like the fact that their department focuses on, cultural studies and things like that. So do consider them. Then the 8th school on our list is the Washington State University, and this university has both masters and fully funded masters and PhD programs. And let's see what they have. Washington State University English program is one of the few programs in the nation that fully funds almost all of its MA program, MA students and PhD students. As a consequence, ours is a relatively small program. The total number of students at any given time is between 40 and 50, and they admit only 10 MA students and 5 to 6 PhD students. So this program would be very competitive and offer good money as well. So this program funds its students through graduate teaching assistantships and research assistantships. So for the important thing about this program is that if you are coming in this program with a BA, bachelor's degree, your stipend would be around $14,000 US. Whereas if you are coming in with an MA degree, master's degree, your stipend would be around $15,000 US. So yes. So this is the stipend for those holding the BA will be approximately $14,000, okay, and is accompanied by a full tuition waiver, including health insurance, for a total package of $27,339. Well, this one doesn't really matter. So what matters is that for stipend, MA students, people coming with MA degree is $15,000, and people coming with bachelor's degree is $14,000, and they cover full tuition and health insurance. The 9th school on our list is the West Virginia University, right? So, well, this school promises full funding for their MA students, and the funding is valued at $16,000 US, a waiver of university tuition and student health insurance. So you are pretty covered. Everything is here. And one important beautiful thing I like this program for is their areas of specialty: American Studies, eco-criticism and environmental writing, gender, sexuality and body, writing, editing and publishing. So I love this program particularly because of this reason. It's more encompassing than so many other programs that we have looked at. So give it a shot. Yeah. And then the last but not the least on our list is the University of Alabama, and they fund their students through graduate teaching assistantships, right? They do other sources of funding like graduate fellowship. So let us look at what their funding is like. So students admitted to the graduate program are guaranteed up to 5 years of full financial support for their PhD student, right? What are they saying? Okay, 5 years of full financial support, up to 4 years for the MFA. MFA is another kind of master's, I think. Up to 2 years for the MA. So you are guaranteed funding. All admitted students qualify for graduate assistantships, which include a stipend paid over 9 months, currently valued at $15,930, and full payment of your school tuition and health insurance. Anyways, they have other kinds of funding, right? So they have graduate council fellowship, which when you apply for, you'd also be considered for these other kind of fellowships. New and returning graduate students are also eligible for awards other than assistantships, and here are the awards. Graduate council fellowship, which is $20,000 US, plus full tuition. Oh my God. Dean's Graduate Recruiting and Opportunity Award 6,000, and McNair Graduate Fellowship 20,000 plus full tuition. And then so they have enough funding, right? And then they have research and travel funding, which their graduate students are eligible for. So well, that is that for these schools, right? That is that for. So what is that you need? So to apply for this school, you need one. All the schools we've listed, apart from one, Pennsylvania State University, I think that we went to look at that has a little bit difference. That is a little bit different from the rest of the schools, right? But even Pennsylvania State University and all the states that we have mentioned, I have listed all the schools I have listed in this video. You will need one, a writing sample. A writing sample is a piece of your academic work, the best of them. You furnish it and keep, the best of your academic writing, your academic essay, which may be 10 paper or something close, I don't know, but the best of your academic writing. Then statement of purpose. Most of the school require between around 500 to 750 word statement of purpose. I have made a video about how to write statement of purpose, so go to that video and watch and see how to write a statement of purpose. Then thirdly, letters of recommendation letters. So I've also spoken about letters of recommendation in some of my videos, so go there to see. Most of the school require about 2 to 3 letters of recommendation from your professors, the people who have taught you in your previous academic degree, right? So fourth, they need your transcript, of course, your transcript, your CV. Make sure your CV is an academic CV, and then they need the online application form that you fill. So these are the things that you need to apply for these schools, and they are pretty standard. They apply for all of them. So if you want to apply to the whole school I have mentioned in this video, you can as well use one document to apply for all of them while making little changes where necessary. So that is that for this episode. Is there anything else that I am missing without getting the video long? So well, that is that, and I don't think there's anything else you need to know about the programs. I will be leaving the link for these programs and how to apply for them in the description section below. And please don't forget, I have made videos about how to some of these documents. You can always refer back to the statement of purpose, letters of recommendation. Watch my other videos to see what they mean. In any case, please, if you do enjoy this video, leave me a thumbs up. You see that thumbs up button, that thing that is like this, just click just click on it and I will be grateful. And please share with your friends. And you do not need to be applying for English language. If you have friends, you could share with them. So thank you very much, and see you next week. Bye bye.